The best. These are the best in town. Thank you, Christian, for dropping these off today at the office. Christian Heinzel, editor and photographer. So you got a new video, you had all this content created, fantastic. What's your distribution strategy? See, you didn't think about that. And that's the problem that I see with so many people. They get a lot of content, they put a lot of effort into it, a lot of time into it to put it together. It's the most amazing thing ever. But then, oh, I might post to Facebook, or I might post to YouTube. No, I might put it to my website. But how are you gonna get people to look at it? In today's video, I'm gonna break down a few ways that you can distribute and monetize your content and maximize the ROI on your marketing dollars. The first thing that you really want to do, and to be honest, this is something that you should be thinking about prior to producing your video, because when it comes to distribution, depending upon how and where you want to distribute your content, that may affect how you create the content in the first place. But let's just say you didn't do that and you already have your content, you just want to, you need to get it out there. Totally fine. The first thing you want to do is create a distribution map. And what this really is you'll hear me say this a million times. What shelves in Walmart are you going to put your content on? How many shelves can you put your content on? Because for most people, their website, YouTube, and Facebook is as far as it goes. That's kind of the extent of most people's common knowledge of where to host a video or what to do with a video. Those places are great. So let's start with those. You definitely want to put your video on your website, because that is a centralized location where a lot of traffic is directed or should be being directed for your video content to be seen. After your website, you want to go ahead and take that same piece of content and upload it to your YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel, create one, because 10 times out of 10, you're going to need to create more content to stay relevant and to stay in front of your audience in the future. So create a YouTube channel, have it there. After YouTube, you get Facebook, Instagram, all your social platforms, LinkedIn. Post your content there as well. And these are platforms to where, you know, for a Facebook fan page, you can park it there so that in your profile or your about part, somebody can go there and see your video. It lives there. If they want to know about you, it's there all the time. You know, your Instagrams, your LinkedIn's, all these other platforms, Facebooks, recycle this content. It isn't meant to be posted in your feed to get this big dopamine rush because you got a bunch of likes for posting a video, and then that's it. Post it that first week. Post it again in 2 weeks. Post it again in a month. Post it every month after that. Who cares? Keep that content working and staying in front of people, because you never know who's looking at your feed at the time that you post it. You know what I mean? You might have just gained a new follower or got somebody else that likes your page that's, you know, they might have came in from Google and they're a big client and they're still in the vetting process to see if you're a really good company. And maybe they see this video and that's the thing that pushes them over the edge to reach out and touch you, to reach out and do business with you, to sign that contract. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to keep this content working for you. Keep it in front of people. I see a lot of people that get an amazing video and they post it one time and they just let that shit fall to the wayside, and that's a waste of money. The next part of your distribution map, you want to think email. You know what I mean? And I'm talking your email signatures. This is a great place to host a video, especially like an About Us video or a brand overview about you or your company. Having that there, think about the number of emails that you send out or that your team sends out throughout the day. Having that video parked in there for anyone that opens an email to see that's going to increase your engagement. That's going to increase the number of eyes that see your video, and it's going to increase the number of opportunities for you to do business with these people that you're emailing back and forth with and communicating with. On top of your email signatures, you have two things that I love. You have email blasts and you have email drip campaigns. For a lot of you out there that might be using Salesforce or Pardot for all of your follow-up and automated email cadences, taking video content and putting them strategically within your cadences, whether it's a 3-step drip, 7-step drip, 30-step drip, whatever it is, it keeps that content recycled and in front of people no matter what. You know what I mean? If a lead comes in today, that 14th day they're gonna see this piece of content. The 5th day they're gonna see this piece of content. On that last day they're gonna see this piece of content. That content could be a case study that reinforces your brand value and how you've helped other clients do whatever your product or service delivers. I have drips that we use that we've been using the same content for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. These are case studies. They're never gonna get old. They're people that are our brand cheerleaders that are championing us as a brand and how we provide an amazing service. And when we're out there running paid ads and these leads come in, I want every single one of those leads to see these case studies and eventually reach out and buy. So definitely don't leave out your email drips and email cadences. And if you don't have any built out, I would highly suggest putting those together in your distribution strategy. So those are a few free ways to distribute your content. Now I'm gonna get into some ways to monetize your content and really expand your audience, boost brand awareness, drive leads, conversions, and sales, and blow up your brand. For those of you that have longer videos, when I say longer, I'm talking like 90 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. You wanna take that video and chop it into 60, 30, and 15-second videos. Why? Because you wanna be able to take these videos and split test them for your paid ad campaigns. Attention spans don't exist, and when it comes to Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and YouTube pre-roll, you wanna get your message as concise and to the point as possible to convince people to take that next step and go to your landing page or to your website. So that's the first part. It's really just chopping everything down, cutting the fat, and cutting it into commercial-ready pieces of content. Now, before you take this content and run paid ad campaigns or boost or promote your posts, or whatever your plan is, you want to think about where you are actually looking to drive traffic. And this is all determined by what you want to happen when they click that learn more or book now button when they see your ad, or watch now, or whatever it is. When they click that button, especially when you're running conversion-based ad campaigns, you want them to be redirected to a page that is optimized to convert traffic. If you're talking about one thing in your ad and they're interested and they go to a page that has nothing to do with what you're talking about, they're gonna drop off in interest. They're not gonna convert as much. They're not gonna reach out and become a customer because the page, whether it be, again, your website or your landing page, wasn't optimized for whatever the video was talking about or whatever it was promoting. So if you have a web developer, you have two options. You can optimize your homepage or your whatever service page that is that you are directing people to, or you can have them create a custom landing page with a call to action button or a sign up form so that when they come there, they can fill out a form, contact you, you follow up with them to book an appointment or whatever it is you're trying to do here, sell a product. If that's not an option, you can always have a landing page created that does this exact same thing. It's a page that is specific to the offer that your video and your paid ad is talking about. The next step in monetizing your content is to optimize it. This is when you decide on your targeting, your demographics, your behaviors, your interests, your locations, age, all these things based upon what industry you're in, who your target demographic is. Are you looking for, men aged 25 to 35 that like Harley Davidsons? Are you looking for women that are into Boss Babe and Create Cultivate and that like to go jogging? Whatever your target demographic is, you need to optimize the back end. And I'm not gonna get too technical on you, but the back end of Facebook Ad Manager, the back end of Google Ads, these are where you pick and basically you check these boxes and give the AI and the data in Facebook and Google the information it needs to get your ad in front of the right audience that would be interested in your offer, right? So you need to figure all these things out and optimize your ad with this information so that you can maximize the leads, conversions, and sales that are gonna come out on the other end once you hit the go button. And after you do all that, the last thing you gotta do is hit the go button. You know what I mean? Make sure you're running your ad on Facebook. Make sure you're running your ad on Instagram. Make sure you're running your ad on YouTube, LinkedIn. This is how you get your ad in front of cold traffic. This is how you get your video in front of cold traffic. This is how you get your brand in front of cold traffic. People that have no idea who you are, but would love to do business with you because they fit those targets and demographics and behaviors and interests that you specified earlier. This is super important. When you just post to Facebook or you post to your LinkedIn, or to Instagram, you're only getting that in front of your warm audience. These are people that already know who you are. And that's cool, but that's this big. If you really want to grow your audience, get in front of cold traffic, people that don't necessarily know who you are, but may want your product or service, right? They may be interested in what you do because they fit those targets and demographics and behaviors and interests that you specified earlier. That's the way to go. Say you make $1,000 net on every sale of your product or service, right? And a cost per lead's $100. You make $900 every time you spend $100. Think about how easy it's gonna be for you to scale that, for you to get that in front of more customers. You know what I mean? This is how you need to think about your content when you have it. Just because you have a video, just because you post it to Facebook, that's nothing. if you really want to get an ROI, if you really want to get your content out there, if you really want to explode your brand and become the best in your industry, this is how you do it. Come up with a distribution map, come up with a way to distribute and monetize your content. And also another thing that I didn't even mention is teach the people around you, teach your team how to use this content. It's not just for you or for one person or for one department. Everybody here at INDIRAP knows how to use content to sell. Our producers sell, our editors sell, our account managers sell, creative directors, everybody uses video here to sell or to market this business to grow the brand. Whatever kind of budget or paid ad spend your heart desires, that is the best way to get your brand in front of a shitload of people in the blink of an eye. Thanks for watching. If you like what I'm talking about, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're gonna keep the heat coming. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.